thank everybody for coming on to our meeting this evening. And I would also like to say Happy New Year, and I wish everybody a health, safe, and prosperous new year, families. And okay, so first on our agenda, we would like to well, first I welcome everyone, and secondly, we would like to call for the approval of roll call. I'm sorry, roll call. We have to do roll call first.
Okay.
Madam Secretary.
Yes, Barbara Tyson,
Present.
Lakeisha Scott, Frankie Mays, present. Pierce Fairclough, Jackie Jackson,
Here.
Janet Mitchell,
Present.
Nita Stonehacker.
Who is that?
That's a new member on the committee.
Oh.
Present.
Okay.
What?
Credell Trube, Hannah
What?
Wood.
Wow.
Okay. That completes the roll call.
Okay, we would like to,
Have a vote.
yes, I would like to make a motion for the minutes to, the roll call
Okay. Our,
vote.
okay. Okay, we need a
Hold on a minute, wait a
second.
minute, I'm throwing off.
Okay.
Okay, the roll.
Okay, we need a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, second by Janet, first by. Okay, now we will have the vote for approval. Barbara Tyson,
Yes.
Frankie Mays, yes. Jackie Jackson,
Yes.
Janet Mitchell,
Yes.
Nita Stonehacker.
Yes.
That concludes the vote. It's now in your hands, Barbara.
Okay, this evening we have a speaker, Benny Tinson Benny. It's from the LARCA Association. Benny, I met Benny on Saturday. He has a homeless facility that is in need of being occupied. Benny, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, Benny.
Hey, everyone. Yes.
Okay, hi, Benny.
Good evening, everyone. Benny Tinson, Executive Director of the Licensed Adult Residential Care Association here in Los Angeles County. I have a presentation for you tonight because I want to introduce the association and also tell you about the crisis. I don't think I need to talk much about the crisis because we're all living in the crisis and the homelessness that we are experiencing in our neighborhoods. I represent 230 state licensed adult residential facilities and residential care facilities for the elderly that care for residents who are receiving the SSI payment and who are also living with serious mental illness. So tonight I want to share a little bit about the association and then talk about the crisis and the response that is needed, and hopefully also solicit your support as we put together a plan to address the homelessness so that we can move people off of the street and into a safe, warm, and comfortable home. Start with just giving you a little bit of a background on LARCA, the Licensed Adult Residential Care Association. This association was formed in 2021 with the support of NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness of Greater Los Angeles County,
Mhm.
and the Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health. The Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health saw the need to create the association because of the alarming rate of boarding cares. Adult residential facilities and residential care facilities for the elderly are more commonly known as boarding cares.
Mhm.
Boarding cares have been closing at an alarming rate. And so the Los Angeles Department of Mental Health saw the need, along with the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, to create an association to address the closures of boarding cares. But they also saw the need to bring together the boarding cares because of the homelessness that we are experiencing. We are a part of the solution because we have members who are already providing 24 hours, 7 day a week care for those who are living with serious mental illness. And so the 230 state licensed facilities that are members of LARCA, they are doing the work every day. We're providing medication management, meals, housing. We do it all, taking the residents to their doctor's appointments, whatever it is that the resident needs. The LARCA members are there to meet their needs. Supervisor Janice Hahn was instrumental in bringing a resolution to the board in order to establish the association. The Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health and the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors seated the association. We have someone on, if you could go on mute. The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors seeded the association with the $500,000 grant. And so we are in the second year of the grant. Just to share with you our mission. Our mission is to serve our members and the community. We champion resources for facilities and their residents. We build increased public awareness and support for housing and health solutions that serve vulnerable, low-income adults and the elderly living with mental illness. Our vision, we are acting as the voice for Los Angeles County licensed. We are all licensed through the and the community care licensing division. So we act as the voice for Los Angeles County licensed adult residential care facilities, delivering advocacy, education, and training on behalf of our members. Here are our core values. Equity. We advocate for equitable resource distribution and alignment of public and private resources to support care and quality for low-income and disabled residents across the licensed facilities we represent. Diversity. We believe in our collective strength as a diverse group of licensed facility operators and in supporting the diversity of the many residents we serve, regardless of their disability, their medical diagnosis, the diagnosis of mental illness, gender identity, faith, ethnicity, origin, or socioeconomic status. Learning, we collectively share and improve our knowledge together as facility operators through training, conversations, and events that enhance our ability to better serve our residents and our communities. And then also sustainability. We work with a continuum of stakeholders to fiercely advocate for the preservation and strengthening of adult residential facilities and residential care facilities for the elderly, again, that are more commonly known in the community as boarding cares. This is a picture of our board of directors. We are led by an elected board of directors. As you can see, they are very diverse. These individuals, they are administrators of adult residential facilities and residential care facilities for the elderly. We have a total of 11 board members, 9 of which you see on the screen are actual operators of boarding cares, all located in Los Angeles County, that purposely serve residents. They do not turn down residents because they're low income and receiving the SSI. These individuals welcome people into their facilities and into their homes that are low income and are living with serious mental illness. We have 2 other board members that are not shown in the pictures. We have our fiscal sponsor, which is NAMI of Greater Los Angeles County. And also we have a community partner, a longtime advocate for boarding cares, Barbara Wilson, who's also the founder of Mental Health Hookup. You may know Barbara. She's very active in the community. So I want to share with you a survey that was conducted by the Community Care Licensing Division before I touch on what we're doing in terms of addressing the homeless crisis. The Community Care Licensing Division, they are the agency in which monitors boarding cares. They conducted a survey of 2,886 adult residential facilities and residential care facilities in Los Angeles County from February 2021 through July 2021. There was, as part of this survey, 593 Los Angeles County ARFs who participated, and there was approximately about 645 Los Angeles County residential care facilities for the elderly that participated in this survey. And they asked some very important questions that I want to share with you. The first one was in regards to how many ARFs would likely accept a resident with a serious mental disorder. 50.9% said yes, they would accept, and 49.1%, or 591 facilities, said that they would not accept someone with a serious mental disorder. Now, please keep this in mind, because I'm going to show to you the reason why. The second question is, how many ARFs would likely accept a resident whose payment is SSI? And I think most people know that the SSI, that stands for Social Security income. So these are people who are low income. 43.3% said yes, they would accept. 56.7% said that they would not accept. The Los Angeles Times ran an article recently, maybe several months ago, on the number of boarding cares that serve people with mental illness that are closing. And the main reason is because there is a stark difference between the resources that are available for those who are living with developmental disabilities or intellectual disabilities when you compare to what is received by those who are living with serious mental illness. So if your doctor diagnoses you with a mental illness, you receive the minimum from the state, which is $44 a day, which is approximately $1,320 a month. If your doctor diagnoses you with a developmental disability or an intellectual disability, the amount that you will receive as a consumer is anywhere between $330 a day up to $9,891 monthly. Now, those who are living with developmental disabilities or intellectual disabilities, they are seen under the regional center. There are regional centers throughout the state of California, and these regional centers are there in place to make sure that these residents have their needs met. So the money that they receive is based on the needs of the resident, of the consumer. And so as the association, this is the main problem as to why many of those who are low income and living with a mental illness are left outdoors, simply because there's just not enough money to take care of them. And I don't think I need to spend a lot of time convincing you that $44 a day is not enough money to care for an adult. Now, that $44 has to house, feed, you have to clothe the individual, and you also have to have a staff that is available to care for these individuals. And so we need action now if we're going to address the homeless problem and move people off the street. There has to be the resources in place in order to care for these individuals. It's just not reasonable to think that the people who are living on the street can be taken care of on only $44 a day. Many of the families, they are unable to care for these individuals. And so these individuals end up on the street. We're talking about the people who are pushing baskets. These are the individuals who are living under the bus stop. In fact, if you go right now to El Segundo and San Pedro, there's a lady that's living under the bus stop. She has taken the bus stop as her home. And I know you have seen that many places, and you've seen it in your neighborhood. If they're not sleeping under a bus stop, they are living in a tent. And many of those individuals are low income and are living with a mental illness. And so they are receiving the minimum of the 1,300 roughly dollars a month, or $44 a day. So if we're going to address the homeless issue, we've got to increase the SSI rate specifically for those who are living with serious mental illness and mental illness. Mayor Karen Bass has declared a state of emergency in the city of Los Angeles. We applaud her for declaring the emergency, but ultimately the solution will have to come from the state. We will need to partner not only with the city, but also the county and the state to make sure that these residents have the resources that they need to be able to receive the care based on their needs, just like those who are having their needs met through the regional center and are living with developmental disabilities or an intellectual disability. So I'm going to stop there because I've said a lot, to see if you have any questions so far. Are there any questions?
Does anyone have any questions in regards to the information and the knowledge that Benny, I thank you so much, Benny. That was very informative, and you have a great team backing you when you got NAMI. I'm familiar with NAMI. I worked along with my supervisor. She had their strong, the Mental Health Alliance team there. And so you guys are on point with them as far as having them for a support. So that's they're on our board. They're on your board, right?
Yes, they sit on our
Yeah,
board.
they sit on
So
your board. Yeah.
we have also partnered with other state partners as well. The California Association of Local Boards and Commissions,
Yeah.
as well as the California Behavioral Health Directors Association. And we're looking to add more partners to advocate with us because we have to get the governor and the legislature to increase the SSI rate. We can move right now. We have already identified 1,000 beds. We have 1,000 beds that are available, but the owners and operators of the adult residential facilities and residential care facilities for the elderly, they simply cannot move these people in with just $44 a day.
$4.
Many of my
Exactly.
members are already closing because they cannot maintain their operating expenses. We have almost 300 facilities that have closed within the last year. That means that that's more people who are going out on the
On the
street.
street.
When we close, they don't have anywhere else to go because many of the families, they cannot take care of them. These individuals need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week care. And the families can't take care of them. And so they end up on the street because nobody can take care of them. And so our members are holding on. I've been calling them throughout, the day today, asking them to hold on because we are working frantically to meet with Mayor Bass as well as Supervisor Holly Mitchell and all of the Board of Supervisors. The greatest need, because I live here in the city of Compton, the greatest need is in South Los Angeles.
Yes.
And so it's just important that we have our elected officials with us. And I know Supervisor Holly Mitchell and all the other Supervisors Hahn, they all are supporting us. But the solution is not in the county. It's going to take the state
Right.
also to release the money.
Right. But that was one of the reasons why I was excited about you coming on and speaking and reaching out, because it's gonna take a village for us all to reach out and get out and fight for what's right, because mental health is one of the is 90% of the problem when it comes to homelessness. When they cleaned up the area where we live, it was just unbelievable to see how people were living in bed bug infested furniture and just making it comfortable to put your curtains up and just like you're at home. And then when you move all that furniture, just mice and rats was just running from under everything in that field. And this is on our block. A few of the members that are on the call right now, we're dealing with this. They took the encampment down on the 28th when I got back in town on the 4th, that the cameras were back up,
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be something mentally wrong when you want to stay and live in something like that, and you don't want the services because you were offered services. So there is something mentally wrong with your thinking, and you really need some assistance in helping you balance out there. So we really do need those facilities for them to be in. But like you said, financially, that's not going to cut it. So we all got to stand together. And that was one of my reasons I say once again that I invited you on from Saturday when I met you, because we're on the same page. Mental illness is, like I said, 90% of the problem with homelessness.
Yes. Now, the Department of Corrections, they have their own program, but they also have a higher rate. Okay. But the people that we're talking about are the people pushing the baskets. Okay, these people
Right,
unfortunately cannot go into a hotel. So we applaud the mayor in terms of building hotels and converting hotels and motels. But these individuals that we're talking about,
right,
they need care, and it
right.
has to be care to meet their specific
Exactly,
needs. All right.
exactly.
Now, the other part of this is it's not just we go and pick them up off the street. Okay, so there has to be a process in place for proper assessments to be done. And so we have to have doctors and psychologists and psychiatrists and you name all the medical professionals be able to assess these individuals' needs. Then, we can then talk about moving them into a facility. But my members also, they want to be a part of that process because once you take in an individual, they're there for life. So
Right.
these members that are owners and operators of adult residential facilities and residential care facilities, they take on these individuals and they live with them. So they want to know who they're bringing in to also into their facility.
Most definitely, yes. Okay, well, does anybody else have any questions for Benny? I really appreciate you coming on, and Benny, we will be working together, our team. I really thank you for taking out your time and coming on
Well,
and
thank you.
informing us. And
Thank
so
you. We
go
do have a
ahead.
meeting on Wednesday with LA County. So it was good going and seeing you on Saturday and also getting the support of the Empowerment Congress. So, we're not going to stop until we bring the funds that are needed to help these residents.
Right, Benny, you said do you all have a meeting? Is it open to the public, or it's just
We
a
normally
person's a
will have
private
a
meeting?
we have general membership meetings and we
Uh-huh.
also invite you to join LARCA. So we do have community partners. You can join
Okay,
and be a part of us, even though you're
okay,
not operating an ARF or RCFE, you can still join us as a community partner.
okay, yes, because like I shared with you, I have mine, I just gotta read, so yeah, I'm interested, so we will be talking in regards to,
Okay.
me becoming a member of LARCA, because I'm interested. Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much, and
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
you taking your time, and well,
All right.
all righty.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
Bye
Thank
guys,
bye.
we
thank
ventured
you.
off a little bit from the frankly from the agenda because I invited Benny on and he was there so promptly. So I was like, we allow him to speak on in regards to their agency. So we're going to he would have been part of our number 4 on the agenda for discussing and working, forming a working relationship with other agencies and community outreach. So Benny was a part of that, but for number 3 on the agenda, we have the Greater Los Angeles Homeless Count that's taking place on the 25th of January. And it will be, the deployment is at 555 West Redondo Beach Boulevard. And that's District 1 through 5. And then on January the 26th, from coming from the 10950 of Central Avenue, we have the District 6, 7, and 8 for the homeless count. And then I would take it back down to number 4 on our agenda, where Benny came in and he also spoke and gave us information. But I also wanted to discuss with our team, do we have any ideas on forming and trying to connect with some of the homeless agencies for instance, with Benny, I met him at a conference on Saturday. So I was just wanting to know some ideas from us on how we would reach out and forming some type of working relationship so we can be more productive as a committee for the council. Anyone have any ideas?
I don't know. I'm having trouble with can you hear me?
Yes, Janet.
Okay. Well, I know that before, as a part of the homeless committee, outreach team, we were partnering with Hopics.
Yes.
They're at 59th and Broadway. We were actively involved in their Fresh Start Mondays, where they have a program that they provide mobile showers and different things for homeless individuals. And as the neighborhood council, we provided hygiene kits, clothing, and different things. So I think that's another part of it that maybe we would get back and, get involved with them. I think that would be a positive thing for the homeless committee.
And I agree. I'm all for reaching out to Hopics again, because that's one of the main agencies, because they actually do the housing, but they also assess our mentally ill and trying to get them situated into housing and getting them placed. So that's a number one, that's a plus. Now we should automatically be hooking up with them and connecting with them and forming a working relationship with them again. So I think that's great.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anybody have any other ideas on reaching out and connecting? And I also have connections with the mobile unit for showers, and they also come out for to give medical attention, UCLA. So I'm going to reach back out with oh my goodness, Dr. I'm horrible with names. The doctor at UCLA. It's a few people, and then my niece also is connected with them, and as well as Augusta Hawkins. So
Okay, sounds great.
yeah. So
Wonderful. Well, he was quite informative. That's quite a bit of information for us. So I think it was a good, that was a good contact. And like you said, going forward, we just try and align ourselves with other organizations and groups to where we can be more effective and, more service to those within our service area.
right. Okay. So if there's nothing else to be discussed in that area in regards to working with, did someone say something?
I was wondering if we've got any kind of connections going with Habitat for Humanity.
No, I don't have any information in regards to Habitat. But I mean, if someone has information, if you have any information, and we're willing to reach out to anybody that can be of a service and it can help, us become productive as a committee.
Brand new and asking questions more than really able to answer them. But obviously I've heard of Habitat for Humanity. They're building homes with the help of the homeless people in the construction. The biggest problem there in Los Angeles would of course be the price of the land. But just wondered if anybody reached out in that direction.
No, and since you just mentioned that you're brand new, none of the committee members know nothing of you or about you. So how did you come about in regards to actually the chair of the committee? And I was just, we're all, because we didn't know. Your name just popped up on our agenda. So tell us a little bit about
Okay.
yourself and how did you become to be a part of our committee?
Basically, I received one of the emails from Rosalie Prescott. She's the secretary, I guess, for our local neighborhood council. And the fact that there's like nobody volunteering and positions were empty. And so what she said was, if I wanted to volunteer for this particular committee, there were openings left available by people, I guess, who just left in the midst of their terms. And so they voted in the neighborhood council to appoint me just a few days ago.
Mm,
That's how I got here, and I'm on the homeless committee because it abhors me to see what's going on in the streets.
okay. Okay, well, our group just didn't know what happened
Oh.
because we have enough people, and it's not, but it's okay, we still welcome you, but we had no idea, and that's not the proper way for that to be done. We had no idea that and right in the middle of election time, we're about to have elections. So I wonder why she would even say something or say we're a lack of people. If you look at our agenda, we have people on our agenda but I don't understand where that came from. I really
Well,
don't. And
I
why.
think that's something that needs to be discussed with our secretary, with Rosalie
Right,
Preston.
right.
But again, as she said, welcome.
Yeah,
We're all here, I guess, for the same purpose,
right.
to bring about change. But so if you have some information regarding Habitat for Humanities, we're open, because that's what it's about here in the homeless committee, is
Mhm.
that we come together and we bring about information and sharing of ideas.
Right.
So,
That's right.
all right.
Okay. Okay, so we thank you again. And so we're gonna drop it down to 5 now because does anybody have any else thing before I say drop to the agenda, take it to number 5 on our agenda? Okay.
No.
So I have a few listings. I don't know, Frankie, did you find any more? I have I checked these listings for to make sure in regards to open paths for uh, any type of food banks or family counseling and mental health services. I have for the food banks that I checked to make sure that there were still
Operation.
yes, in operations. We have the Imperial Church of Christ, and that's at 11316 San Pedro Street. And that's Los Angeles 961. And there's a phone number too. It's 323 area code 756-0360. And then we have the people for community improvement. That's short for PCI. That's at 13008 South Figueroa Street. And that's also in Los Angeles, zip code 961. And the phone number for them is 323-240-1136. And then we have RRCG. That's a food distribution. It's at a church as well. The Food Distribution Center. and their address is 442 East El Segundo Boulevard, and that's Los Angeles 961. And their phone number is area code 818-300-8640. Frankie, do you have any other food banks that
No,
you haven't? Okay, so we'll just have those, and then I also have, for any type of, services anybody need, I know that Open Paths, they're a low cost, no cost mental health facility. They have multiple, services, domestic violence, family counseling, and, different, they have they specialize in children's services too, for youth. And that is, it's in Inglewood, California. They're moving, so I'm not for sure of the address, but I have the phone number, which is 310-258-9677. And then we also have Augustus Hawkins Mental Health, facility, and that's at 1720 East 120th, Los Angeles, California, 90059. Phone number is 310-668-4272. Now, as far as their payment goes, I'm pretty sure, I know they take Medi-Cal, but I don't know if there's a low cost, no cost plan for their mental health facility. And then we also have West Central Family Mental Health Center, and they have a variety of services for the family, parenting, and different other services that they offer. And that is at 3751 Stocker Street, and that's in Los Angeles. And that is, zip code is 9008. Phone number is 323-298-3618. These facilities I've already checked out, and I made sure that they're current and that they're up and running, and will provide the services needed if anyone has lost family members, grieving, counseling. They all offer those particular services to the community. So if is there, okay,
Thank you. That's quite
go back to-
informative.
okay. So now we're going down to item 6 on the agenda, and that is for general public comments. And if you have any comments, you would press *9 to raise your hand and *6 to unmute. And anybody that speak, they have 2 minutes. Any guest speakers for in our community that has anything they need to address. No public comments? Okay. Okay, any announcements? Anybody have any announcements? Well, with that being said, I would like to welcome our new member that came in. Is Nita?
Can you,
And
hello, can you hear me?
yes.
I'm tapping this button for announcements,
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
I guess you
I'm
guys
sorry.
can see my hand. I
Okay.
just wanted to briefly share with the homeless committee, one of our community partners that have participated with us in the past, Rosie Taylor of the Blind Smile.
That's right.
She lost her mother. The services is scheduled for Wednesday, January 25th at Inglewood Park Cemetery Mortuary. And we just want to, I feel like as a group, because she has been support to us, to make sure we we forward a floral arrangement and card to Rosie.
Yes. When do, Jan, may I ask, when would you, well, I know you're taking donations now. When is the last day that we could get any type of funding for the floor arrangement for you? I know you had picked up a card.
Well, the plan is to, I would definitely want to have, I would say by that, the 21st, or I'm sorry. I think that's the 22nd, because I have to get the floor and have it to the mortuary prior to the viewing.
Okay.
So you
and
can
do
reach
we-
out to me personally, or they can contact you, and however,
Okay, but do we all agree as a group to come together and get a floral arrangement for Rosie?
Hello.
It's fine with me. I'll donate.
I hope I'm not bothering you, son. Not bothering me at all, Pop. Tasha said
Okay.
she's fine.
Is Tasha First Lady?
That's not what I meant.
Okay. All right, well. For whom do we appreciate, and like I say, Janet, I will also be getting with you too. And
Okay.
thank everybody for who all participates for that, and I appreciate it.
Okay.
The loss
I'll
of
talk to you.
mom, and then is there any other announcements that need to be addressed before we adjourn the meeting?
No.
Oh, okay, so our next meeting, did someone say something?
I just said I don't have anything.
Okay, Madam Secretary, I will adjourn the meeting, and the next meeting will be Monday, February the 20th at 7 p.m. And I hope everybody is safe and a healthy and a prosperous new year, and stay warm and stay positive. Thank you all for the meeting.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, Secretary.
Uh-huh.
Madam Secretary,
Yes,
would you give me a call?
okay.
All right, thank you.